Yeah. So where we stopped in the last session? Anyone check that content? Okay, now you can unmute and talk. Okay. So anyone checked that content? Yesterday we discussed it, right? Do you want me to add anything? From here you can go. Otherwise you can go to VTS school. So did you check this content? If not, just check it. Okay. If you have any questions, if you want me to add any topics, just let me know. Okay. So I already shared yesterday's video, right? Today's video also first 5 session videos I'm going to share with you. So our next level discussion is about enterprise application. What is enterprise application? Yesterday we discussed with Python what kind of applications we can develop, right? One is like standalone applications. Another one is like web application. Another one is like distributed. The next one is like enterprise application. What kind of applications you can say like a enterprise applications in daily basis? Okay, if you see some application here, this is like a enterprise application. This is like a distributed application. This is like a web application. This is like a standalone application. How we can differentiate? In my mission, I installed VS Code. The VS Code who given Google people, right? So that they created this particular application is like a standalone application. The next one is like web application. If you open, okay, this vtsschool.com, which is running inside my browser, right? Okay, this is like what basic. It's a web application or not? The application which is running inside the browser. The next one is like distributed application. Okay, Axis Bank application. I already installed in my mobile. I'm able to transfer the funds. Sometimes I use it instead of mobile application. I use it like web application also. Simply I go to accessbank.com and I'm going to log in. I'm going to transfer the funds. Through web, I can do some operations. I have a mobile application is there. Through mobile application also, I can do some operations so that whatever the Axis Bank application they created, I can connect with the web application, with the mobile application. Sometimes I have a debit card is there. I'm going to swipe it also. Okay, I can withdraw funds from my ATM also so that multiple ways I'm going to connect with my Axis Bank application or not. So I can say my Axis Bank application is like what? Distributed application or not. So the next one is like which application you can say like a enterprise applications. Which applications you can say like a enterprise applications. Come on, any suggestions? Okay, any answers? This application, we say like an enterprise application like that. Okay, very simple, yeah. Okay, here you have Amazon account, right? Or Flipkart account, right? To do some okay online purchases. That's what everyone having or not. So how it is going to work? The internal procedure I want, how it is going to work, that application. So first I want to purchase one laptop in my Flipkart application. So what you are going to do? First, you can open Flipkart web or Flipkart mobile application, whatever it is. That's not an issue. So first flipkart.com. Whenever you open this domain, there has some content loaded or not. In the browser, whatever the content loaded, that content we can develop using some client-side technologies. Tell me some client-side technologies, what you know. HTML, C,
HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
top of React is there, Angular is there, Vue.js is there. For the most popular libraries or frameworks, these are. Any one of the library or framework you can use to develop some content, you can render inside the browser. So I selected one product in my Flipkart. I selected one product. Okay, just I want to do that purchase now itself so that I have, okay, I see one button like a buy now. Okay, I have to click on this particular button or not to purchase instantly. So whenever you click on this particular buy now button, the procedure, the next level flow tell me. I choose one product I want to purchase now itself, so that I click on the buy now button. Whenever you click on the buy now button, the next level procedure is what? From here, it is navigate to your payment gateway page or not. Yes or no, to complete the payments. Now, this particular web application connect with my payment broker application or not. Yes or no. Here, one more application is required. Have to listen carefully. This application I can say like a payment brokers. Payment brokers. Okay, tell me some payment brokers in the market. If it is like an Amazon, their own payment broker, Amazon Pay is there. Otherwise, there has some other payment brokers also. PayPal is there. The next one is like Roger Pay. Roger Pay is there. Okay, different payment brokers you can find in the market or not. This all. Different payment brokers we can find in the market or not. Whenever you click on the buy now button, my application is going to connect or redirect to one of the payment broker. One of the payment broker. Any one of the payment broker. So now this application is connected with whom? This payment broker. The next. Come on. What next? You purchased one product means what next? You already purchased one product, right? Whenever I click on the button buy now, it is navigate to my payment broker. In the payment broker application, you are going to submit some details, right? Your net banking, through net banking you want to pay, or through credit card or debit card, whatever it is. Some options you can find it or not. Here, I'm going to pay by using my card. So that first it is going to ask like what? Some card number, something like this or not. Yes or no. After that, for security reasons, CVV also they are going to ask or not. Now tell me, whenever you enter this particular card number, this card, okay, who provide this card? Come on, through Axis Bank only, there has some other people, right, provided your card. If you observe your card, on the card, you can see the Visa. Okay, the next one is like Platinum card, Rupee, like this different MasterCard, different cards you can find it, right? Yes or no? Okay, whenever you enter the card number, that card is provided by some other person or not. So who provided that card? Who provided that card? There is multiple people again. That card provided by Visa. That card provided by sometimes MasterCard. Okay, Rupee. Okay, Mastro also there. Okay, different cards you can find it or not. So whenever you enter the card number, that card is belongs to one of this gateway. Okay, this one payment broker, and these are we can say like terminology wise payment gateways. Okay. Okay. Now I entered my card details. Those card details are belongs to Visa card. Now tell me, this Visa people provided the card for Axis Bank, for example. Okay, I'll explain. Just I want to tell something about the flow. These Visa people provided the card for Axis Bank. So here is my Axis Bank application. So my Visa people connected with my Axis Bank people or not. My Axis Bank people check the card on your card. Okay, the details and everything. That card is belongs to which account holder. In his account, how much balance is there? If balance there, okay, to purchase this product, he said like, hey, you can proceed. Otherwise, he said like what? Okay, no funds, nothing. Okay, there has no funds to purchase this account. So you are going to get like some exception or not. This is the entire flow. Now see, whenever I click on the buy now button, it is redirected to your payment broker. Okay, how many payment brokers are there in the market? There has multiple payment brokers are there. Okay, Amazon Pay, PayPal, Roger Pay, like this multiple payment brokers are there. Now, one of the payment broker in my application we integrate. In my application, one of the payment broker we integrate. Now see, this one only you can take it. Let me log in. Now, if I log in to this application, let whenever I log in, one time password you can enter 2291 2291. Okay, just you can log. Okay. Now see, these many cards are there. One of the card you can click on it, show payment history or whatever it is. I want to pay some amount here. Okay, whenever I click on the pay now, here pay now, there buy now. If I click on the pay now, it is navigate to your payment broker application. Okay, now see, here the payment broker is what? Here the payment broker is what? Roger Pay or not. Here the payment broker is like what? Roger Pay or not. Okay, like this, my application can integrate it with any one of the payment broker, no problem at all. It's not like my Flipkart should go with PayPal only, not like that. My Amazon people has their own payment broker. Okay, my Flipkart may not have, then that time just they integrated with the third party payment broker. My VTS school, I don't have any payment broker application, so that I tie up with what? We tie up with what? Roger Pay payment broker or not. So any one of the payment broker you can use it. Okay, na? Perfect. Now listen carefully. This payment broker application having how many clients? Client is nothing but who is going to communicate with you. Those all are come under clients only. This Roger Pay has how many clients? One client or multiple clients? Roger Pay. Come on, my VTS school also one client only, right? I'm going to connect with the Roger Pay means my VTS school is like one client or not? Yes or no? My Flipkart mobile application are there. There also they connected with the Roger Pay, for example. Okay, that mobile application also one client for my Roger Pay or not? Yes or no? So any application has multiple clients. Those applications we can say like what? Yesterday's discussion.
Distributed applications.
Distributed application or not. So my payment broker application having my payment brokers having multiple clients. Okay, through web you can do, you can connect with the payment broker. Through mobile application we can connect with the payment broker. There has some other ways maybe there. Okay, those ways also you can use it. Okay, most of the times web mobile applications only we are going to connect with the payment brokers. So one application has multiple clients. Those applications we can say like what? Distributed applications or not? Different clients. Okay, here it's a web. Okay, it's a web. Through web only I connected with Roger Pay. If you have a mobile application, through mobile application I am going to connect with the Roger Pay or not? Possibility there or not there? So these payment brokers has multiple clients. If application has multiple clients, I can say that application is like what? Come on, I can say that application is what? Distributed or not? Distributed application. So my payment broker application is like one kind of distributed application. Okay, done. Now I am in the payment broker application. Here I am in the payment broker application. Now here what I am going to do, okay, I want to do some payments, right? So UPI, cards or EMI, whatever it is, okay, you can choose one of the option. Now whenever I entered some card details, okay, tell me, whenever I entered some card details, if I do continue, what happened? If I do continue, then what happened? First of all, this card is like valid or invalid card. Okay, this card who provided, and that guy provided to which bank, you should have to validate all these details or not. Yes or no? First of all, whenever in the payment broker, if you enter some card details, my payment broker find that card provided by which payment gateway, Visa people, Master people, Mastrona, Rupena, who provided that card. Okay, they are going to connect with that payment gateway. So here I entered some details, okay, card details. My payment broker find that card provided by which gateway. Okay, either Vesana, Mastra, Rupena, Mastro, like this, they are going to find it. Whenever they find this card given by the Vesa people, they are going to connect with whom? They are going to connect with whom? Vesa people or not? Yes or no? Vesa payment gateway or not? These are like applications only. Yes, no? Agreed? Everyone up to here? Come on. These
Yes,
card
sir.
details I can use not only in the Roser Pay, right? I can use in the Amazon Pay also. In the Amazon.in, I can purchase a product. I can use my Visa card or not. There is no restrictions. So PayPal also you can use the Visa card. Roser Pay also you can use the Visa card. So if I entered Visa card details in the Amazon Pay, my Amazon Pay payment broker connected with whom? Visa or not? Yes or no? If I entered my Visa details in the PayPal payment broker, my PayPal is going to communicate with my Visa or not? Now tell me, my Visa is connected, okay, communicated, or Visa, who is going to connect with my Visa? My Amazon Pay may connect if I enter the card details in the Amazon payment broker. If I enter the Visa card details in the PayPal, my PayPal is going to connect. If I enter the details in the Roser Pay payment broker, my Roser Pay also connect or not? Now tell me, my Visa has how many clients again? My Visa has how many clients? Amazon Pay is one client, PayPal is one client, Roger Pay is one client, another one, another one, another one. So one application has multiple clients. That application, what we can say? That application, what we can say? Distributed or not. So my payment broker is one distributed application, my payment gateway one distributed application or not. Okay, done. I entered a Visa card details. That Visa card details, that means my payment broker find that card given by whom. Okay, they are going to navigate that control to Visa or not. Now the control comes here. Okay, you are in the payment gateway now. Now Visa people provided the card to which bank? Only Axis Bank that they provided, or Visa people can provided the cards to any bank? Tell me. My Visa people can provided the card to Axis Bank. My Visa people can provided the card to another bank also. My Rupee also provided the card to Axis Bank. My Master also provided the cards to my Axis Bank or not? Yes or no? One bank, okay, is not like always they having like Visa cards. Okay, there has multiple cards, okay, multiple payment gateways integrated or okay, tie up with your banks or not. So my Axis Bank, okay, tie up with Visa, maybe Visa cards they are having, Master cards also they are having, Rupee cards also, there may be chance having or not. So my Visa check this card number, okay, allocated to which bank. Okay, they are going to check Visa people, not only for access, they are going to give that Visa cards to different banks also. Now it is going to check based on this particular card number. Visa people provided this card number to which bank? Okay, in this case, they provided this particular card to Axis Bank, so that they are going to give the control to Axis Bank. Now tell me, my Axis Bank is which kind of application? My Axis Bank application is connected with multiple clients, right? Yesterday we discussed or not? My Axis Bank application is which kind of application? It's also distributed.
application.
Whenever my Axis Bank get the details of your card, now my Axis Bank people check this card is assigned to which customer, that customer has the balance or not to purchase this product. It is going to check if it is having the product, okay, it is having the balance, then that time they are going to deduct the amount, and it is going to tell like, okay, controls to Visa, yes, the amount got deducted, and then payment broker, and then finally comes to your Flipkart application or not. Once you get that result, okay, your amount is like deducted, then that time you can see my product like purchased, then simply, okay, the order is like placed like that. When message you can get it or not. Anyone, okay, here anywhere it is like failed, your payment is not okay, processed like successfully. Now in this particular entire process, here there has how many distributed applications are there? One is like payment broker application, another one is like payment gateway, another one is like Axis Bank distributed application or not. Now tell me, as a customer, I know about this Axis Bank. Okay, I am using, okay, Axis Bank people only suggest me take the accounts in their banks. Okay, they have some benefits if more customers are there. But I know as an end user, I am taking, okay, I am the customer to Axis Bank. Okay, that's okay. But in between there has multiple distributed applications are involved or not. How these people get the amount? Okay, one application you are running, you are using means you have to pay something or not. That's the reason if you do any online payment, okay, they are going to include my payment broker charges and payment gateway charges also. Payment broker is like 1.5% or payment gateway is like 1%. They all, the charges, everything is like included. Okay, that included price only they are going to place in your web application, the product price. Okay, one product price is like 100 rupees, for example. Okay, 1.5 rupees go to payment broker, 1 rupee go to payment gateway. Okay, these all amount is deducted from your account only and shared that balance to these people, and remaining how much? 97 rupees, the product cost, that is go to your vendor. Got my point? Okay, sometimes you may see, you may get this kind of, okay, message like, if you swipe the card, then the time they are going to tell like, hey, okay, card payments, okay, 2% they are going to deduct, okay, 2% extra charges you have to pay, like that they are going to tell like, okay, the 2% charges are like what? Okay, these people only, the brokers and gateways, you have to pay. But if you do the online payment, then that time they are going to include, okay, the directly they are not talk with you, right? They already include these charges in your product cost. These charges in your product cost. Got my point? Understood? Now see, in this entire flow, how many distributed applications are there? Payment broker is one distributed application. The next one, payment gateway, one distributed application. Next, Axis Bank is like one distributed application. What about this Flipkart one? This is what? Browser, na? Yes or no? Now tell me, once my order placed, okay, this flow completed. Once my order placed, what next? Once you place the order successfully, what is the next thing? I can see my order, right? Okay, which order you placed. I can track my order or not. I can see my previous orders also or not. All your orders and everything, where it is going to store?
Database.
In the database. Whose database that is?
Flipkart database.
Right? Flipkart database or not? Yes or no? Okay, who is going to communicate with my Flipkart database? It is my Flipkart DB or not? Your details. Flipkart username and password, your cart details and your order details, your address and everything. Flipkart database, it is stored or not? If it is like a browser, is my browser directly communicate with my Flipkart database? Is my browser can directly communicate with my database? No, right? So in between, who is required? One middleware is required or not? Who is that guy? It's like a backend application or server side application or not? So whenever you want to check the order tracking, okay, where is my order and how many orders I placed, how many items I added to my cart, all these details are in my Flipkart database. If you want to show that my Flipkart web application connect with my server application is going to connect with my Flipkart database and get the data and display the data here or not. Now, if you observe only this section, now tell me, there has a browser, is a client, and this is my server application, and this is my database. This is a client and server communication application. If my client is like a browser, that kind of applications, what we can say? Web applications.
Web
Or
application.
so in the entire flow, if you observe, okay, there has one web application is involved, and there has some distributed applications also involved or not. Wherever you see the combination of web and distributed application, that flow, that application, entire application, we can say like a enterprise application. It's a combination of web and distributed or not. Got a point? What is enterprise application? It's a kind of, okay, it's a combination of web and distributed. Understood, everyone? Okay, so in our software industry, any company you can take it. Okay, those companies work for or develop any one of these applications. Either it is like a standalone application they may develop. Okay, either they are going to develop like a web applications, either they develop like a distributed applications, either they develop like a enterprise applications or not. Other than that, okay, there is nothing. Okay, okay then. Now let's come to our actual discussion. Now, tell me something about the Python. First of all, okay, Python is a programming language, right? Yes or no? It's like a programming language or not? Okay, tell me what is programming language and markup languages are there? Two types of languages you can find it. One is like markup language, another one is like programming language. Markup languages, tell me, if you see HTML, HTML stands for hypertext markup language. So markup languages are like HTML, okay, XML also. These all are come under markup languages. Okay, if you come to the programming languages, this Java, .NET, Python, these all are come under programming languages. What is the main difference between markup language and programming language? Whenever you write the program, okay, in the markup language, I'm telling, okay, I have one requirement is there. I written some code. Whatever you written the code, that one you can say like a source code. Once you have the source code, okay, if it is like a markup language, directly you can run it. In between, whatever the code you written, you followed the guidelines, you not followed, and no one is there to check. Whatever you written the source code, that code directly you can run it. But come to the programming languages, not like that. Whatever you written the source code, first you have to check whether you follow the rules and the guidelines of that particular programming language. They are going to check that one, we can say like a compilation.
Compilers.
Okay, once the code is like compiled 100%, okay, without any errors, then only, okay, it is going to run. Then only it is going to run. Most of the times, okay, this particular flow works for programming languages. This is for markup language. Markup language, there is no compilation. For programming languages, we have compilation. That is the main difference. Got my point?
Yes.
The next one is like by Python commander, it's like a programming language, so that whatever the code you written, that code is going to compile, that code is going to compile. If you not follow the rules, if you not follow the guidelines, if you not follow the syntax, okay, first it is going to give an error, syntax error. You have to fix that syntax error, then only it is moved to the next level. You can run it and you can see finally the output. Whenever you run and finally you can see the output. Okay, this is the procedure for any programming language. Okay, now the next one is like come to Python. In Python we are going to tell like it's like a functional as like object oriented also. Okay, it's like a functional programming language plus object oriented also. Object oriented also. What it means, Python is like a functional as well as object oriented. What it means, very simple. Let me show you real quickly. Let me go to our workspace folder. Let me create one workspace folder for us. Folder Python. Right, let me open that workspace folder. Okay, open folder. So environment setup not yet done. Just I'm going to show you the difference between programming language and markup language. See, there has one HTML file is there. Just see, I didn't follow any rules, any guidelines. Just randomly I typed something. If I run this one, will you get any error or not? There is no error, right? Did you follow any guidelines here? Did you follow any rules? No. Directly you written some code. This code is executed or not? That is only be written here. If it is like a markup language, the source code whatever you write, okay, just it is going to run and it is going to give the output to you or not. Yes or no? But come to programming languages. Okay, take any one of the programming language. For example, you can take like a Python one. Python one. Don't think more about this one. Just I want to show you that particular point practically. Okay, just I'm going to write like dffn. Okay, print fn call like this. Okay, after that, okay, just I write like this. Okay, don't think more about this one, whatever I written. Okay, just I want to show something. Py1 dot py1 dot py. Now I can see the output like this or not. For example, if I remove this one, okay, just I removed column. Just I removed that column. Whenever I remove that column, will it gives me the same output or it gives me some error? If you observe here, see, there has an error, you can get it or not. What is that error? Syntax error. That means you not follow the guideline. Whenever you return the function body starts with column. That is the rule, that is the guideline. If you not follow, then the time it gives me the syntax error or not. Yes or no? So that is the next point. See here, whatever you written the source code, who is going to check the syntax errors? Compiler. I will tell you, okay, the entire flow. Just these points practically I am going to show you. First it is going to compile. Compilation is completed without any errors, without any syntax errors, then only it's going to run. If you have a syntax error, you can see the syntax error here or not. Yes or no? You can take one more programming language like, okay, Java, for example. Okay, in Java, just you can write like this: public static void main string args. Okay, here I'm going to write like system.out.println. Okay, hello. Okay, this is the code. written in Java. Now let me run this one. Let me run this one. Java C, okay, 1.java, 1.java. Now Java 1, okay. Where is that one? Java A, right? Java A class, right? Yeah. Now main method, there is some error. Public static void main string args. That's okay. Now let me run it. Okay, don't think more. Okay, what I'm writing. 1.java, Java. Yeah. Now see, I can see the output or not. Now whenever I remove this one, okay, let me save it. Now if I run this one, if I run this program, if I run this one, you can see the output is like what? Syntax error while compiling only. Semicolon is like mandatory in Java or not. That means first they are going to check all the syntactical rules you followed or not. If you follow the syntactical rules, then only it is allow you to run or not. If you run also, there is no use. Now you get the syntax error or not. One error is like what? Semicolon is expected. In Java, semicolon is like mandatory. So Java, Python, these all are come under like a programming languages. First, you written the source code and it is going to compile. If the syntax errors are like 0, then only it is going to run. Then only it is going to run and gives the output. Okay, understood? Markup language and programming language, the procedure. Markup language, you can write the source code. Directly you can run and you see the output. No compilation, nothing. If you come to the programming language, Python, Java, first source code is going to compile. If the syntax errors are like 0, then only it allow you to run and give the output or not. Otherwise it gives like syntax errors only. Done? Now this point, can you explain? Python is what? Python is it's a functional programming language and object oriented also. Okay, so that if it is like a Python, you can write directly a function. Okay, see, if it is like a Python, you can directly write a function like this. Okay, print yes. This is like 100% valid syntax. 100% valid syntax. See this. What happened? One dot py, right? 1.py. Now see, no errors, nothing. Output also, if you want to get it, you can call. See, just I written a function, you are able to execute that particular function or not. In this particular function place, I want to use like a class, for example. I want to use like a class. Now, this is also valid syntax or not. See, so in my Python, I can write a function, I can execute it directly. Else I can write a class, I can execute it or not. No errors, nothing. But if you come to the Java, can I write without a class? Can I write like public void m1 something like this, the method? It is like valid or invalid. Now if you come to this, one.java, now see there has some error you are getting or not. Directly functions we are not able to use. It is like strictly within the class itself you have to use in Java. But in Python, you can write directly functions and execute it. Or you can use object-oriented concepts like a class and you can write the methods, you can use it or not. That's the reason you can say Python is like what? You can write the functions and you can execute. You can use object-oriented concepts also. So that my Python is like what? Functional programming language as well as object-oriented also or not. Understood? Come on. But in Java, can I write the functions directly? No. Okay, it's like strictly object-oriented or not. Understood? These 2 points. Difference between markup language and programming language, and my Python is like a functional programming language as well as object oriented. Okay, any questions so far? I'm telling like one more point. Okay, Python is like an open source. Can anyone justify what is this open source? open source. If you heard about this kind of terminology, what it means? Open source is nothing but what? Some of the softwares are like open source software, some are like a commercial. You have to pay some amount for that one. What is open source?
And directly download it from the web.
Yeah, very simple. Okay, one software, okay, they are like a free of cost. Okay, there is no, okay, cost, nothing. Okay, you can use for free of cost. At the same time, whatever they written in the software, whatever they written, that code is like open for all. That means the code what they written, you can see that the source code what they written, that is like open. Whatever the code they written, that is like public, you can see that code or not. Two things, one is like it's a free of cost, one is like it's a free of cost. Another one is like what? Another one is like what? Whatever the code they written, the source code, that is like open to the world, anyone can see that. Anyone can see that. So my Python is that kind of only. It's like a open source, means whatever the source code we have, okay, that source code directly you can see what my Python people written. At the same time, free of cost you can use it. Free of cost you can use it. Okay, same like this Java also, it's a open source only. Java also, it's like a open source only. Okay, now you can ask, if it is like open source, okay, you not pay any amount, still you are using. Okay, if the open source software, okay, communities, industries, okay, organization, how they get amount to survive? They not cost anything. Okay, that is like a free of cost. As a developer, I am using Python, I am not paying any amount. Still, I am able to use it or not. Like this, okay, there is crores of developers are using or not, organizations are using or not. How these people, Python people, this Python organization get the amount for surviving and everything? They are developed means, okay, some of the resources they have to work right on that one. Okay, that is like a funding. Okay, different communities they are going to fund, give the funds and everything. You can go any open source library or framework. Okay, you can see some buttons. Okay, you can, okay, give some amount. You can contribute some amount. Okay, like this, through fundings only they are going to survive. Okay, as a developer, okay, it's like nothing, no need to pay anything. Okay, you can use for free of cost. Whatever the code they written, that code also you can see it. That kind of softwares we can say like a open source softwares. So my Python also come under open source only. Got my point? Up to you, okay, everyone. Okay, when this Python introduced in the market, when this Python introduced in the market, when this Python introduced in the market, at the same time, who developed this language? Who developed this language? This language introduced by Guido van Rossum. Okay, this one. Okay, just I am going to remember like this. Okay, GVR. Okay, no one asked this question, just for our purpose. Okay, in the year of 1989, 89, they introduced Python in the market. Okay, so what is my current version in 2025? Which version we are using for our development purpose? Which version we are going to use? Okay, the Python version is what? Okay, directly you can go to Python website. It's like an open source, I said, right? So you can go to the Python website, python.org, Python software. Okay, welcome to python.org. Okay, here you can see our Python latest version and everything. 3.13 is the latest version. 3.13, this is our official website. If you go to the downloads, you can download the Python latest version 3.13.1. This is the latest version. You can install in your machines. You can download and you can install in your machines. Once you install, okay, that is like environment setup. Okay, that one we'll see later. So the current version is like 3.13. Okay, directly in our applications we not use 3.13, 3.9, something like that we are using, but it is like the latest version. If you want to use, you can use it. Up to you, okay, everyone. The next one is like any language you learn. Okay, first of all, what you require, for example, if you want to learn English, if you want to learn Hindi or Telugu, whatever it is, if you want to learn some language, first thing is what? Vocabulary is important, right? Some words are important or not. Yes or no? First, you have to learn vocabulary, and then that vocabulary we are going to use to framing the sentences or not to develop the language. Same like that, in any programming language you can take it. There has, okay, programming languages also having their vocabulary. It's a kind of keywords or reserved words, you can say. Okay, this particular word meaning is this one, this particular one meaning is this one, the purpose of this meaning is, okay, where exactly you have to use this word. If you know the meaning, you can come to know where exactly we can use it or not. Same like that, any programming language you can take it, there has some vocabulary. It's nothing but there has some keywords or reserved words for that particular programming language. Okay, that may be any programming language. Java, you can take it. Java, you can take it. Python, you can take it. Any programming language you can take. There has some words, okay, reserved for some functionality. Those words we can say like a reserved words or keywords. So that you should come to know what kind of reserved words. Before learn any language, first of all, you should come to know like what kind of keywords you have, what kind of reserved words you have. So our goal also in Python, okay, how many keywords or reserved words we have, you should know each and every reserved word or keyword. The purpose is what? Reserved for which functionality? Okay, it is reserved means already allocated. Okay, allocated for some functionality. If you know what kind of functionality it was allocated, in future, if you want to use that functionality, you can use that reserved word or not. So in Python, there has multiple reserved words or keywords or that. Those keywords we can discuss in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow onwards, just we are going to start our actual session. Keywords we are going to start, and then variables, and then functions like this. Okay, step by step we can move forward. Okay, any other questions, anyone? Anyone have any questions? I'm going to share the video. Okay, just you can go through that video. Okay, any questions, anyone? Okay, then if not, we can wrap the session. Tomorrow we can start with keywords. Okay, then thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Bye.